Los Angeles, California, known as the City of Angels. But one look around, and it may as well be called the city of lots of cars, buildings, and smog. Rising from the urban and suburban sprawl is an organization that hopes to change all of this. Its name, TreePeople. We spoke with TreePeople's founder, Andy Lipkis, to find out what moved him as a teenager in 1973 to not just get involved, but to start a movement.
Our whole basis is about empowerment. I started this work as a kid. I was born and raised here in Los Angeles. And my parents' response to me being raised in the smog was to send me up to the mountains to clean air, about 100 miles away from here. And I grew to love the forest, and it was where we could play and breathe, and the smog didn't hurt our lungs. It was fantastic.
Today, TreePeople aims to educate the citizens of Los Angeles on the very nature of how trees play a pivotal role in sustaining our environment and well-being. With over 8,000 members, TreePeople has planted over 2 million trees in the LA area in the past 30 years, and it all began with Andy's passion for change.
Our camp naturalist told us there were smog-tolerant trees that just naturally weren't affected by the smog, and so we actually dug up an old dying piece of our camp that had been turned into a parking lot, and we tore it up and we planted a meadow. And we all stood around and saw this beautiful meadow with trees, with animals returning, and we could see that we had actually healed something. And for teenagers, as we were, who'd been told for so many years that you can't fight City Hall, there's no hope, the problems are too big, we had proof, evidence that we had made a change, and I couldn't stop.
And Andy hasn't stopped. His dedication and enthusiasm is just as strong as it was 35 years ago.
Whether it's a young kid from the inner city who gets in touch with their power and go, oh my God, I can really do something. Every single time someone gets it, it feeds me back. And that's what keeps me going.
And now is an important time to keep going because the situation is dire.
Climate change, drought had weakened the trees, and they were dying by the millions. But our trees, where I went back to, were smog tolerant and drought tolerant. And it was the strangest feeling to see some of our redwoods had grown 40 feet tall, and they were standing proud in front of older dying pine trees that were 200 feet tall. They were 500 years old, and they were dead. People always say that, you'll never see the results of your work. And I certainly started planting never thinking I would see a big tree out of this tiny seedling. But they were there. I can't even explain what it felt like to see the next generation of hope and life.
Andy's a great example of a regular guy who saw that he can make a difference. And if you have any interest at all in going green, from planting a tree to starting your own movement, take Andy's advice.
My advice is get your toes wet. Give it a try. You will find that it feels really good.
So as you can see, every little bit helps. And getting involved is easy once you know where to start. Whether it's planting a tree or the golf tee you use on your next round, you can make a difference. I'm Renee Liu, and until next time, remember, it's easy being green.
Want more great ideas? Get buying, travel, and entertainment tips at fineliving.com. Log on today.